The calm before the storm. I always say, the calm before the storm. You know what's bullshit? Oh, yeah. I know what's bullshit. I'm not keeping up that whole voice over the course of this episode. As much as I would love to, I don't want to give myself an aneurysm. But I did think about it. Anyway, welcome to Wonder After Dark. I'm not even going to wait for Spider to get here. Yeah, not just DVD packaging. There's more to that, so I'm clearly... Oh, packaging in general here, yeah. Alright, although we're going to start with hair. No. Okay. Yeah. I primarily, though, want to focus on DVD and Blu-ray packaging. Not saying I want it exclusive. We're also going to cover those infamous Back to the Future Blu-ray cases. Yep. Okay. So, as clearly set up, we're not reviewing a movie like we typically would. No, instead we're going to discuss the way in which we watch those movies and those shows. And the hair. No, just kidding. You see, a long time ago, DVDs used to come packaged in kind of sturdy plastic cases. They were quite durable. They could get damaged, but they were durable. They would obviously vary from studio to studio and title to title, but that was the standard for the longest time. And I do mean the longest time. Yeah. Okay. But it feels like ever since then, hell, ever since, I don't know, that DVD and Blu-ray packaging has gotten both bullshittier and just more baffling. First, we're just going to start with different types of packaging. Not necessarily bullshit types, but just different types. So, obviously, as I just showed, Blu-ray packaging has always been cheap, not gonna lie. We'll get to that. First, of course, there's just the standard DVD case, which I didn't know this until fairly recently, but this kind of case is called a... It's slightly better than DVDs right now, but still. Yes. Anyway, I did not know this until a couple of months ago, probably close to a year ago, but this kind of case is called a keep case. Now, I don't know if Blu-ray cases use the same terminology, but for DVDs, this is known as a keep case. Anyway, now the keep case has changed and evolved in many different ways, and I would say that over the years, it's gotten progressively cheaper and worse. As I just showed, we have Inspector Gadget. Now, this one's made of, like, pretty nice material. Obviously, you know, if you drove your car over it, it would shatter, but still very sturdy plastic. Very nice material. Keeps the disc and everything inside safe and secure. You can just tell that it's a secure material, a nice material. Talk about how you pop out the DVD. Oh, yeah. Now again, some are harder to pop out than others. Yep. Yes, indeed. Now, it varies from title to title, studio to studio. But this one's simple. In fact, this I've noticed is the most common. But you just have these two, not buttons, but things in the middle. And you just press down. And the disc comes right out. Nice and simple. Some OG Xbox games are a bitch to pop out. I don't have any original Xbox games, so I can't speak from experience, but yeah. Some are harder than others, but why can't it be easy like Inspector Gadget? I don't know. Now, as I said, it varies from title to title, studio to studio. So here's Open Range again. different setup, but just as simple. In fact, this one's actually even simpler. You just kind of pull on it, comes out. And then disc 2, it's a little trickier, but it does come out easily. But see, that I like. Nice and simple, it just works. But it feels, some of the disc 2 flaps are, yeah, some of them are weird. Like, sometimes they'll, I don't even know, I think that's a discussion for another time, but yeah. Sometimes the flaps will be different, sometimes there won't even be flaps, I'll get to that, but for the most part, you know, it used to work. But you look at DVD packaging, let's discuss the Jay and Silent Bob case, 1 second. But it feels like DVD packaging now has just gotten so much cheaper. Why the fuck does it have a big ass case? Short answer, that was just the standard back then for 2-disc DVDs. Or at least some of them. Shorter answer, I don't fucking know. Anyway, but you look at DVD packaging now, and it's just so incredibly cheap. Like, here's Jungle Cruise. And this, yeah, copyright 2021 Disney, 2021 DVD release. And granted, it probably is not very easy to tell on camera, but it says DVD. Oh, not only that, it says DVD only at the top. Yeah, not only does it say DVD, it says DVD only. Anyway, now, I don't know how easy it is to tell on camera, but in person, I can just tell you, this case just feels really cheap. Technically, DVD only is a lie. And yeah. Well, not only can you tell that it's cheap based on look, but it has a cheap... It comes with the... Anyway. That's so stupid, but so accurate. Anyway. But what I was saying. But not only does this kind of case just look... Yeah, and it comes... But yeah, not only does this kind of case just look cheap, comes with the case, the movie, and the subtitles. And anyway, not only is this kind of case just very cheap, like in the looks department, there's something I cannot... Yeah, DVDs used to advertise those as bonus features. Anyway, not only is it very interactive menus. Anyway, not only is it very cheap in the look department, I can't show it on camera, but it feels cheap. Scene selection. No, but this case feels very cheap. Like, you pick it up and it just... I mean, it doesn't feel like it's about to fall apart, but it also does not feel super sturdy either. Although, I'll give them... Like your show, bitch. Although, I'll give them a single point of credit. One single point of credit. These stupid little recyclable bits are not cut out. Yeah, these little recyclable tabs that you see the flashlight on are not cut out. I'll get to that. If there's one thing I cannot stand with both DVDs and Blu-rays, put this away here. Diary of a... Even the Pepsi decided it had enough of this show. Anyway, Diary of a Wimpy Kid on DVD has it cut out. Yep, I know. I own it, and it's terrible. But anyway. Want to find out about Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Tune in this Friday. That is an oddly specific date, but you know what? I'll take it. Anyway, but, and then come back Thursday when we may or may not revisit the world of Trains with Faces. Anyway, but, okay, but those recyclable cases, oh my god, those are actually the worst. I have plenty of examples, but I'm still looking for an example. Actually, Tom's and the Magic Dildo. Not quite Magic Railroad, but anyway. Okay, now I actually bought this today. This is a good example. I actually bought this today. Gone Baby Gone on Blu-ray. I'll have to review this movie sometime, but we're not here to talk about the movie itself. And yeah, sure enough, crack it open. Gone, your baby gone. Alright, yeah. Crack it open, and yeah, sure enough, it's one of those super cheap recyclable cases, which is called an eco box. Yeah. I really hate eco box cases with a passion. Because, well, first of all, what's the point? Like, who recycles their cases? Nobody. You're supposed to keep the disc in the case. What did I say DVD cases were called a minute ago? A keep case. So why would you recycle? The paper can rub off the disc. That too. On top of that, I have seen so many EcoBox cases where the front cover or the back cover, though humorously never the spine, will have like a hole punctured through it because they're just that fucking cheap. Not just the paper, but the fact that there's like nothing in terms of material keeping it together. I'm still glad to have a Blu-ray copy of this movie. It's a really good movie, but god damn. And then bad movie. No, actually it isn't. Gone Baby Gone is a great movie, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. Actually, I think I found the perfect way to keep you away from this show. Just review a drama, but anyway. But I can't stay tuned. Fuck you. Okay, but I'm going to turn this down before Disney gives me a copyright claim on the Home Alone theme. But dramas suck. You suck. Okay, but anyway. Alright. Another thing that I don't like, and this is something that I've noticed the studios doing recently. I mean, I know this has existed for many years. Greg Sestero. I don't know who that is. Please stop mentioning shit I don't know about. Anyway, another thing that I've noticed the studios... Mark. Okay. Anyway, another thing that I've noticed the studios doing lately... Granted, this that I'm about to mention has been around for a while, but I'm still going to bring it up because it feels like only recent. He was Mark from The Room. Oh, hi, Mark. I still haven't seen The Room. Anyway, it feels like the studios... This that I'm about to mention. Let me grab it here. Okay, this is one of the worst. One of the absolute worst. Okay? So here's The Beatles Get Back on DVD. This was originally a Disney Plus original series. How so? Let me explain. This was originally a Disney Plus original series before releasing on physical at a later date. Now, keep in mind what I'm about to say. This is a 3-disc set. Okay? Audience, 3-disc set. Crack it open. Here's disc 1, or part 1. Where's disc 2? Where's disc 2? Where is disc 3? Any guesses as to where the other 2 discs are? There's disc 2. Yep, there's disc 2. And there's disc 3. Oh, I wish I was fucking kidding you, but no. They really stacked the discs for this release on top of each other. You know, 3-disc set. They very easily... The Look Who's Talking Trilogy DVD comes like that. Remind me not to buy that, but yeah. You know, 3 discs. They very easily could have just put like a flap in here, but no. I mean, I get this kind of case is probably cheaper to manufacture, but why? Like, what's the point? And the thing is, it doesn't bring the cost down at all, because this DVD retails for $24 US. Now talk about the Back to the Future style case. I'm getting there. And the thing is, even if this stacked disc setup was cheaper to manufacture, it doesn't bring the cost down. 24 USD isn't that... I mean, it's not that bad, but for $24 as well... I mean, granted, that's US dollars. I'm sure in Canada it's ungodly, but US dollars still, I would expect... I mean, yeah, it is reasonable, but still for 24, I would prefer you not stack the discs on top of each other. I still like owning it. Yeah, in Canada, that's like 38 or 40. We should expletive deleted on some Canada. Anyway. Alright, now let's put this away. Okay. Alright. Where is... Actually, let me look at this real quick. Oops, alright. Alright, anyway. There it is. There it is. Alright. Whoops. Okay. Now, you, Sylv, mentioned... Sorry, just looking something up here. Okay. That's 33 Canadian dollars, by the way. I just looked it up. Ah. Okay, anyway. What I was saying. The Office, great show. Great show, terrible Blu-ray. How so? Well... Also, 40 Canadian dollars is actually the same amount. What the fuck? Anyway, how is this Blu-ray terrible? Well, just buy the DVD. Well, okay. Yeah, talk about the Back to the Future style case. Now, the Back to the Future 25th Anniversary Trilogy Blu-ray infamously had a pretty terrible case. But what if I told you it was not the only Universal Pictures release to use that kind of packaging? So here's The Office Season 6 on Blu-ray. Slipcover is very tight on this release. But anyway. That's absolutely stupid that they repeated it. Oh, it is. But anyway, we got a bunch of other... Actually, we got a bonus disc, which this is funny. The rest of this set is Blu-ray, but the bonus disc is a DVD. Yep, although humorously, yeah, the fact there's instructions. Humorously, this set did not come with instructions. But anyway, here's the packaging. there's like nothing holding these discs in. So like you expect to just press down, there's nothing there. You try pulling up on the disc, nothing happens. You try bending it, feels like it's going to break. And then there's these like little latches down here that you think are holding the discs in, but they're not holding it in. So basically, well, granted, this one comes out pretty easily, this disc, but yeah, that one comes out. How do you do it? I just showed you. Yeah, this disc comes out easily. Let me repeat the process. Show us with the others. Okay. This one's a bit tougher. And it illustrates the problem with this set and this packaging. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So now it's out. But yeah, then you can't really get it back in. So yeah. I don't know what Universal was thinking with this type of packaging for their Blu-ray box sets, but they weren't. They weren't what? Yeah, just take them out and put them in a disc binder and throw the case away. If I was a masochist, I would. Granted, this disc already, or this case already feels like it was designed by a masochist, but, you know, I'm picky. That's a good idea, but I'm picky. That case should be in hell. Agree. Along with the person who designed it. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what Universal was thinking with this type of packaging, but I guess they got enough bullshit about it because after a while they stopped using it. I don't know when they did, but eventually they did. So let's put this back on the shelf. Okay. Now, another thing in regards to DVD and Blu-ray packaging that honestly pisses me off, when it really shouldn't, although it requires a bit of explanation, just a little bit. You see, oh wait, what does it say? Now talk about the DVD cases with the little tabs. Okay, I did not see that, so don't snap at me. Yeah, back then as well, DVD cases used to, trying to find a good example of this. Does this one? No, I don't think that one has it. Snaps my fingers, yep. Yeah, some Disney releases have, a lot of Disney releases actually had those stupid little tabs on the cases. And I recall that Disney releases had those for the longest time. And I don't get it. I don't. It's, to quote AVGN, yeah, they're bullshit. To quote AVGN, it's like putting them on a CD jewel case or a book. You don't need them. You don't. Hey, audience, repeat after me. Repeat after me. You don't need them. The DVD shuts fine just without them. Break them the fuck off. That'd be like putting them on a CD jewel case or a book. You don't need them. Yeah. Okay. Another thing that pisses me off in regards to DVD and Blu-ray packaging. Oh yeah, talk about jewel case. Okay, well that's not necessarily DVD or Blu-ray related, but it does fit the bill. Jewel, jewel cases in general. Alright. Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Not necessarily related to DVD and Blu-ray, but CD jewel cases. CDs, compact discs, whether it's music, computer software, you name it, have been packaged in these for the longest time. Yes, they break so easily. I mean, I do like that they're small, they're compact, but they break very easily, they get damaged very easily, they just feel, look, and sound flimsy. They get damaged in shipment if you are ordering online. They're really not easily replaceable. They're just pieces of shit all around. And another thing is like the titles on the spines can be pretty hard. Yeah, the middle can break easily too. And the other thing is like the titles on the spines can be really hard to read, especially if it's like a long title. Again, they're small, they're compact. I like that, but this ain't it, Chief. So, CD jewel cases are bullshit. Now, you know what else I think? Oh, now talk about the types of VHS cases. I'll save that for last. I have something else on my mind. The hard plastic ones. I just said I have something else on my mind. Let me say that first. You know what else? Okay, well, you're already. Anyway. You know what else I think is bullshit? Although it does require a bit of explanation. Anyway. Back. I'm trying to find a good, like, visual example. Okay. Okay, well, this is a good example. You see, back when Best Buy sold movies, you would have the standard packaging and the steelbook. Now, the steelbook was not created by Best Buy, although I do most associate the steelbook packaging with Best Buy. Anyway, steelbooks are, DVD and Blu-ray cases made of metal. They have quite the following, kind of separate from other movie collectors. Steelbooks, typically they were much more pricey than standard packaging, but are steelbooks good? I mean, they have some nice artwork a lot of the time. But, steelbooks can be much pricier than just standard plastic cases. And of course, being made of metal instead of plastic, they could get damaged a bit easier, some cases a lot easier. They could get scratched. And if you're ordering online, it's a complete are they cheap feeling. Quite the opposite. Even like the worst steel books usually feel high quality. So that at least is good. But I do have a certain horror story related to steelbooks. We'll get to that. But anyway. But steelbooks, while they weren't created by Best Buy, can they take a bullet? I don't think so, but anyway. But while they weren't created by Best Buy, I do associate them with Best Buy. But anyway, after Best Buy, wonder after creepypasta pre-bathroom. Anyway, after Best Buy stopped selling movies, the whole steelbook fad momentarily died off. Best Buy. Now, I say momentarily, just put this back on the shelf, because Alright. Alright, what does it say? Best Buy here still sells movies last time I was there. In the US, they stopped within the last year or so. But anyway. After a while, the steelbook business started to boom again. With a catch. So, a lot of I hate Best Buy though. Best Buy in America used to be amazing. Like, Best Buy was my Blockbuster. Name any movie or any show, they probably had it. Or if they didn't have it, they had something close. They bought out a store called Future Shop. Don't think that happened in America, but anyway. After a while, the Steelbook Future Shop was the most amazing thing. Again, I don't think that existed over here, but anyway. Anyway, Steelbooks kind of got their groove back recently. Look up Future Shop online. Anyway, they got their groove back recently with a catch. A lot of the studios have been doing this lately. We got to get SpongeBob back. Anyway, a lot of the studios have been doing this lately, where they'll put out a movie on 4K, or even just Blu-ray, only as a steelbook. No standard packaging. So here's the SpongeBob movie on 4K. This did not get... I mean, it is adorable. Like, here it is without the J card. Hang on, okay. This is cute. It's stupid, but cute. But anyway, I shall wait for the audience. I shall wait. Okay, you're back. Anyway. But yeah, the studios have been doing this lately, where they'll put out a movie on Blu-ray or 4K, but only as a steelbook. So here's SpongeBob on 4K. This did not get a standard plastic case, just a steelbook. Which I don't mind. I'm okay with that. But it would have been nice to have the option. You know, if you don't want the steelbook, or if you're not into steelbooks, and you just want like a standard plastic case with a slipcover, there's that option. But no, they only released this version. I'm fine with it, but I'm also like, why did you do that? And this is not the only Nickelodeon title to get that treatment. Rango, Sag for Spob. Anyway, same story with Rango. This came to 4K, also this year. But again, only as a steelbook. Yeah. No standard plastic case option. Never watch Rango at 3 a.m. Yeah. Now again, I'm okay with this, but what's with it? Like, but see, the reason why I'm okay with these two examples is, well, one, these are like cult classic films. Like, they have a pretty sizable adult following. And that adult following is going to pay more for steelbooks. So, that makes sense. That makes sense. And the other reason why I'm okay with these two releases, adult video following. Anyway, the other reason why I'm okay with it for these two is these are fairly affordable. Most 4K movies typically go for $30 US. These two, however, porn following, yeah. These two, however, were only $24. SpongeBob porn and rain. But anyway, most 4K movies typically go for $30, but these two were only in the $24 range. So they're quite affordable. So not only are they 4K plus Blu-ray, but steelbooks. So yeah, they're quite affordable, and that's why I'm okay with it. So once Rango Bussy, shut. What a cheap hoe, whatever. So while I would prefer if they released both packaging options, this is acceptable. Let me put these back on the shelf. Okay. You know what's not yeah. It's acceptable. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Whatever. Now, you know what's not acceptable? Let me go grab it. Oops. And just grab. Oh, Cyclops has fallen. Okay, let me just grab this off the shelf here. Okay. Okay, sorry for the holdup. Alright, here's what's not acceptable. So, last year, Disney began releasing their Disney Plus original series on physical. Something that people never thought would happen. So here's Loki, the complete first season. Two things I don't like about... Okay, don't get me wrong. I still love this release. I love that they put this out. I'm glad that they didn't keep it locked behind a Disney Plus paywall. Pointless release. Shut the fuck up. Now, I think it's great because, what if you want to watch the show, but you don't have Disney Plus? What if you can't afford Disney Plus? It's not pointless, you fucking cynical bitch. But there are two things about this and the other releases that I don't like. I mean, you're right, but as someone who has... I mean, you're not wrong. I have Disney Plus too, so I have less of a case, but anyway. There are two things that I don't like about these releases. But then again, I can see what you mean during times when, yeah. Or not just when the internet is down, but just if you don't have Disney Plus. Like if you have internet, but you don't have Disney Plus money. Anyway, two things about this and the other releases that I do not like. First, only available as a steelbook. Now, they did announce standard copies of these, but ultimately only the steelbooks ended up releasing. What happened to the standard ones, I don't know. I bought Spider-Man on YouTube while I already have it on DVD. Okay, James Rolfe of AVG. Anyway. Alright, so only available as a steelbook. Granted, it's so I can watch it on my Switch. Okay, that makes sense. But anyway. Now, they did announce standard copies would be available, but those never ended up releasing. Just the steelbooks. The other thing I don't like, the price. This release, at launch, retailed for, get this, $45.99. Standard copies can join the special edition of Spy Kids one. Yeah, like I said, this retailed for $45.99. I wish I was making that up. Yeah, 45 US dollars. I don't know why it just got so dark in here, but yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. With an asterisk. You know why I say with an asterisk? Well, anyway, I guess I'll give a brief overview. consider the DVD just came out. Well, I mean, back when it released, that's not a bad price. And plus, I mean, yeah, I'll take that into factor. And plus, this release actually did contain some bonus features that were never released on Disney Plus. So, that was kind of a selling point. But the reason why I'm a little 4K minus, well, yeah. The reason why I'm a little niffed about the $45 price, just 6 episodes. Yeah, the first season of Loki only had 6 episodes. So $45. I mean, for 4K, for a TV show on 4K, and a steelbook, that's not a bad price. And, you are getting, the whole season plus bonus features. It does add up, but also $45 for a 6-episode show. 50-50. 50-50. But yeah, let's just take this off here. Obi-Wan, the show, has some of the biggest plot armor I've ever seen. Oh yeah, can I just say, the artwork on all of these steelbooks is amazing. I love the art on these, but yeah. And then inside, these include, okay, yeah, but inside, you get 2 discs, although the Andor steelbook actually has 3 discs because it's a longer show. And each of these also comes with some concept art cards. Yep, Andor is 12, so 3-disc set for Andor, but yeah. I don't know. These releases I'm miffed about. Okay, what does it say? The last episode features Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru fighting an Inquisitor and winning. How wrong does that sound? Very. But yeah. But these releases I'm miffed and mixed about. On the one hand, I love that Disney didn't just keep these shows locked on Disney Plus forever. And I like that you have the option to either stream them or buy them. But $45 is not bad for a TV show on 4K, but it's the fact that you're paying $45 for a mini-series, essentially. I don't know. No, because we all know they don't die until episode 4, and here they can somehow take on a trained Force user. Nah, I don't fucking buy that. Yep. Anyway. I don't know. It's conflicting. Like, I'll keep buying these as long as they keep releasing them, but I don't know. The price is the turn for me, just because these are shorter episodes. But then again, I'll keep buying them, so I'm just a dummy. I'm a brainless customer. Yeah. The thing is, the whole show is full of plot armor. Yep. Welcome to the Obi-Wan special. Young Leia obviously won't die. Yep. Alright, anyway, let's put this back on the shelf here. Or at least attempt to put it back on the shelf. Alright. Okay. Yeah, Obi-Wan obviously won't die. That too. Now VHS. Okay. Now VHS cases both are and are not bullshit. How so? Well, first let me turn the TV on something, just so we're not sitting in silence. Oh. Whoops. Sorry about that. Okay, anyway, going on to VHS. VHS cases both are and are not bullshit. Are because, let me grab an example here. Let me look for an example here. Where is my hairbrush? Okay. Okay, where? Okay, fuck it, this is a good example. Okay, we'll just use this as my example. VHS cases, you know the thick plastic ones, yes I do. And there's dust all over this. In 3D, anyway. Alright. VHS cases are bullshit because, you know, they're cardboard, so they can get damaged pretty easily. You know, you can get some edge wear really bad on these things. The cardboard covers are good. I mean, good, yes, but great? No. And no, that is not me saying fuck your childhood. I'm just saying, like, good, not great. They're better than the clamshell ones. Well, you're not wrong. In fact, let me put this back where it goes. Here's a potential hot take. The clamshell ones get crushed easily. Clamshell VHS cases, my Toy Story 1 doesn't even close at all. Yep. Anyway, here's a hot take for all of you silly bitches. Silliest of bitches. Clamshell VHS cases are insanely overrated. Like, I see people get so incredibly nostalgic for clamshells. And I get why. I do get it. You know, if you grew up in that era, I completely get the nostalgia for them. Does that mean they were good, though? Much less great? No. Do they look cool? Admittedly, yeah, I do think they look cool. But they're like, okay, this is a good example right here. Okay, this is a good example of my point. Does this look cool by itself? Yeah, I do think so. It does look cool, but they're still, well, they are better than eco cases, I will admit. But, like, does this look cool? Yeah, I do think it looks cool, but, I mean, they get crushed very easily. And my thing with the clamshells is not really to do with the quality of them, it's the size. Like, why do they need to be this big? I mean, I get laser discs are bigger and all, but, huh? Like, why are they this big? They don't need to be. VHS clamshells are bullshit. What does it say? Because the same reason why Neo Geo games have to be so big. You accidentally said the funny word. Okay, anyway. Alright. Now, we've discussed a lot of bullshit on this episode. A lot of bullshit. Neo Geo games have big cases because big cartridges. But I wouldn't know. I don't own a Neo Geo. Now show plastic. Okay, I'll show that. I don't have any of the Teletubbies VHS tapes with those cases, but I do have... Son of a bitch. Okay. I don't have any of the Teletubbies VHS tapes with those cases, but I do have everybody's favorite Latino man. Yeah. The early Bob the Builder VHS tapes in the US came packaged in this kind of case. Not quite a clam... I actually don't know what this type of case is called. It's not really a clamshell. Yeah, these cases I think are pretty good. Loud as shit, but pretty good. And hey, look. Appropriately sized. And yeah, they are in my... Yeah, these are the best cases for VHS. They may not be, you know, as extravagant as clamshells or as iconic as cardboard, but these are the best. Rat color. Yeah, rat. The video boy anyway. But these are ideal. So how come very few tapes use them? I don't know. But these cases are not bullshit. In fact, they're the opposite of bullshit. He's in a case now. Alright. Now, we're going to take a brief intermission. Alright? We're going to take a brief intermission before jumping right back into the chaos. That, and I need to go brush my teeth. So, we're going to take a brief intermission. Now let's talk about... You are not listening. I said we're going to take a brief intermission because I need to go brush my teeth. So if you could let me go brush my teeth, and then we'll talk, that would be amazing. After the break. Okay. Alright. Wonder After Dark will be back after this brief... After these messages. Yep. Wonder After Dark will be back after these messages. After these messages, we'll be right back. Anyway. We'll be right back. Yep. Anyway. We'll be right back to the show. On Nick. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Oh, yeah, now back to the show. Now back to the show. Markiplier has an OnlyFans. I feel like I either already knew that and forgot, or I didn't know that. I don't know, it could go in either direction. But yeah, back to the show. Game cases. Now, fun fact, OnlyFans isn't just for porn. God, I think I'm going insane because I still hear it faintly playing. I hear like the swooshes. It's not even playing right now, but I can still like faintly hear it. I think I'm actually going insane. My God. You know, fun fact, that original video is 10 minutes long. Exactly 10 minutes long. Not 10 minutes 1 second, not 9 minutes 59. Exactly 10 minutes long of that. Complete with, he's in a shopping center now at the 5-minute mark before throwing you right back into it. Whoever made that is actually psychotic. Okay. Anyway, game cases. Alright, now that's a topic for another day, but we'll touch upon it a little bit. In fact, I want to touch upon a specific type of... Okay, read. The video bulb. The video bulb. The video bulb. Anyway. Alright. Shit. Okay. Now, I want to touch on a specific type of game case. Let me get it off the shelf here. The Nintendo Switch. For kids who just want to have kids, turn on your sex light and play Rap Rats, the name, the video. Anyway, we're brain... Oh. Anyway, Nintendo Switch cases. Nintendo Switch cases. I'm specifically going to touch upon these. Now, what's wrong with these? Nothing necessarily. Nothing really at all. You know, they're nice. They're slim. They're compact. But I have two issues with them. The first, ignore the fact that the game card is not in here. Just look how much blank space for this tiny little card. Do they need to be this size? No. And the other thing that I don't really like about Switch game cases, does it prevent you from eating them? No. Anyway, having all of the spines look like this with the Switch logo, the title left aligned, and the publisher or studio. Now see, for consistency, I love that. But when you have like a whole bunch of Nintendo Switch games together, yeah, it might be a little tricky to tell what game you're looking for because you love it. I love the consistency. I love the uniformity. But if you have a bunch of Switch games together, they kind of blend in. So it's not super easy to tell which game is which. Thankfully, you love it in general. Let's just roll with it. Thankfully, my Switch game collection is rather small, so I don't run into that problem. And I feel like my Nintendo Switch collection is going to remain small because video games are fucking ass expensive. I mean, it's a running joke if you know me that I buy a lot of movies, but fuck you, there's a reason why I don't buy very many video games. It's because video games are fucking expensive. Know what I'm saying, nigga? She likes her some chocolate. This show just screams crackhead. I keep all my Switch games out of the case. Sadist. Okay, but yeah. I just read. I keep all my Switch games out of the case. I just read. Check out all the hookers. But yeah. They're in a Switch carry case. Well, that makes sense. Most of my games are in a carrying case too. But I am too lazy to dig up the carrying case. I'm too lazy. But either way, Switch cases are not really bullshit, but not really great either. They're somewhere. They're somewhere. Alright. But yeah, will you elaborate further? Well, depends. Will I elaborate further? Yes, actually, because there's two things I have not touched upon yet. Let's wrap this up because I'm bored. Well, we'll wrap it up after two things. Number one, the funny image. Even though it's not midnight yet, we haven't done the funny image yet. So, let's look at the funny image. Let me turn the brightness down. Me at 10 p.m. I'm gonna pass out. Me at 4:37 a.m. Honestly, same. Wade Wilson Emerald. Yep. Bolt, my beloved. Now, we already reviewed Bolt on the show, but, you know, we always love Bolt around here. Alright. Last thing I do want to talk about, which kind of serves as foreshadowing for a future topic. Let me go grab them real quick. Okay. Before we sign off for tonight, there are two things that bother me. The first is when they establish, you know, one type of packaging for TV shows, and then they switch it up. So, like, they go with, like, box sets, like, thick boxes, and then they just switch over to keep cases. It especially bothers me. It especially bothers me when they completely change the formatting. And the other thing that bothers me about TV show DVDs is, let's say it's a show that has a lot of DVDs, like Family Guy. Let's say they release a lot of a show on DVD, and they go from like volume 1 to 7 to like seasons whatever to whatever. In the case of Family Guy, without recapping the whole history, they started with volume 1, which was seasons 1 and 2, and then volume 2 was season 3. Or talk about how starting with the volume 4 DVD is part 1 of season 4, but it also has some of season 5. Oh god. Anyway, starting with volume 7, they switched over to just a single keep case with a slip cover. Okay, fine enough. It does take up less space. It's not consistent, but it takes up less space. But what bothers me is now they weren't listing what season. Ninja Turtles Season 1 has 4 episodes from Season 10. Yeah, I don't get it either. But going back to Family Guy, what bothers me about these later volume DVDs is they don't list what season any of these episodes are from. So you just have to know the show well enough to know what's on these. Although I guess Fox Home Entertainment finally got to their senses and realized, wait, this is bullshit. Because after volume 12, they started calling the Family Guy DVDs by season. So you go from volumes 1 to 12 to seasons 12 through 17. Yeah, because Volume 1 was Seasons 1 and 2. Although what bothers me is that they did not go back and correct the earlier DVDs. So those are still just in a completely nonsensical, Volume 2 was Season 3 and so on. Yep. But what bothers me is that they did not go back and correct those earlier releases. Okay, you know what? After this, after this next one, fucking end me. After this next one, I promise, okay, yeah, I did say that correctly. After this next one, I promise I'm done. I promise. Another thing that bothers me in regards to TV shows on DVD is when they get this close to the end. They release this much of the show. They get that far, and then they just stop. For example, Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles, the 1987 show, they got up to season 8 and then abruptly stopped. Granted, they did eventually release seasons 9 and 10. Eventually. Still doesn't change the fact that they stopped, dead in their tracks. And then going back to Family Guy, the DVDs for Family Guy go up to season 17. Although in some countries they go up to, I think, season 18. But in the US and Canada, they go up to season 17. But then after the season 17 DVD, they just stopped. And they have not put out any more since. You might see like season 20 on DVD on eBay, but it's most likely a bootleg. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is the worst offender. Those DVDs got all the way up to season 14. We just need seasons 15 and 16. Nope, never got them. Never have, likely never will. Oh, but yeah. Talk about the infamous fake Family Guy. Oh, yeah, that. So, I guess on the topic of bootleg DVDs, which that could also be an episode. Chris the Boofy, a noose he landed on his hot dog. Yep. just reading that. But yeah. On the topic of bootleg DVDs, you'll see a lot. Read the entire thing. Okay. Chris the Boofy, a noose he landed on his hot dog. Okay, yeah, but you might see, like, the later seasons of Family Guy show up on DVD on places like eBay, primarily. But those are bootlegs. They're not official Fox or Disney releases. Okay, let me look it up. Okay. Is this it? Okay, no, I don't think that I don't think that's it, but that's just as good. Okay. I'm trying to find the exact one. I'm trying to find the exact one. Oh wait, there it is. Never mind. Okay. Shit. Okay. Oh wait, never mind. You just said it. Okay. Off to the Discord. Okay, yep, there it is. Okay. Moot the Griffins. Peter, though big Luvabolo, oof who always soys what's on his mind. Lois, the doing mother, who Zant Figaro out, Wybor Baby Ron, or Wybor Bobby Ron, Coops trying to kill whore. Thol's daughter, Mog, though Toon Dromo Quoon, who's constantly unborwast by horror family. Chris, though Buffy 13-year-old, who wouldn't have hurt a flea, unless if landed on his hot dog. Studio, unless it landed on his hot dog. Stewie, the maniacal bond on world domination. And Brian, the Rorschach dog with a wit as dry as the Mortinis who drinks. The Oramatode adventures of this outrageous family will have you hollow family laughing out livid. In case you wanted to hear me have a stroke tonight. Oh my god. In case you wanted to hear me have a goddamn stroke. Oh my god. Even I'm impressed that I read any of that correctly. I like how they repeat landed on his hot dog twice. Same here. Like, that just completes it for me. I'm convinced the Chinese toddlers that were typing that description also landed on their hot dogs. And I'm convinced they landed on their chihuahua named Hot Dog. Yeah. Honestly, I could go on about bootleg DVDs just in general, but I think that's a topic for another day. Studio, unless he landed on his hot dog. Yep. What even does that mean? Unless he landed on his... Yeah. Alright. What else? But will you elaborate further? Well, depends. What are we doing tomorrow night? Because if you don't know, then I'm just going to pick the topic for tomorrow. I'm just waiting for an answer before I go on to the usual outro. It's supposed to be unless he landed on his hot dog. I know. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Anyway, do you know what we're talking about on the next episode? Because if not, I'm just going to pick the topic. His dick. Okay, I guess you don't know what the next topic is. Oh. Batman. Which one? Anyway. Happy Bat Day, Birthman. Will I elaborate further, though? No. Because not only have I said enough, but it's bullshit. And when the bullshit man... Okay, Batman 1989. Noted. Anyway, will I elaborate further? No. Because I've said enough. And when the bullshit man says that's bullshit, that's bullshit. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special and he loves you very much. If you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Good night, and happy Bat Day, Birthman. Have a day.